Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. It's been quite a time since I did an update on the Rover project. 2 or 3 reasons spring to mind. One, we had a family bereavement, followed a couple of weeks later by my garage catching fire. If you look up there, you will see 6 slightly charred original beams, and all the rest of them had to be replaced, along with the benches and tools and equipment, etc. This car suffered molten lead and a lot of flames and an exploding tyre which lifted the roof in the far corner there. And unfortunately, a lot of the parts that I had saved got well and truly burnt. Even the headlights that I had tucked away for 10 years got charred and the glass is broken, and I'm trying to get new glass from America, but very difficult because an unusual light with an unusual glass size. Anyway, in the meantime, we have some P100s, which are about the same size but a different style. Anyway, you may notice we have a missing engine. The reason for this, I decided that the 3 engines was going to make the car look a bit front heavy, the proportions wouldn't be right, etc. So now I have 2 engines and a spare one sitting in the corner. Anyway, just a quick video to update you. The original wheels which came with the chassis have gone, and here we have very nice wooden artillery wheels. These date from about 1921, 1922. I'll just walk to the back here where you can see a little bit better. Hold on. Now, the wooden spokes here, you will see they have got a shoulder. Most wheels that you see, the spoke, the wooden spoke, is longer and there is no shoulder. If you see them like this, it's because they were either off a light commercial or a very heavy saloon car or sports car. The shoulder obviously gives far greater strength. And a point of interest, I've done some research on this. The wood is hickory, same as a cricket bat, and the reason they use that, not oak or anything else, is that hickory is slightly rubbery. If you hit a pothole, it doesn't crack or shatter like oak wood and various other hardwoods. The sort of a rubber content, so to speak, allows it to bounce and flex without damage, which of course is why they use it for cricket bats, because if you've got to hit a ball at 100 and something miles an hour, the forces on the cricket bat, if it was made of any other wood, would probably break it in half. But of course, cricket bat lasts a long time without any problems. Anyway, we have some new U-bolts that were specially made a couple of weeks ago. I haven't cut them to length yet, but I will do. We have new shock absorbers, not tightened up, but sitting there. Nothing's happened to the engines, that's as it was. The power steering unit is where it should be. And I've put the drag link there. I've had to make that and what have you. That's all hunky-dory. I've just started on the headlight mounting, and of course I have run out of wire with my MIG welder, so no progress there until Monday. Anyway, coming round to the front, the radiator is now sitting further back, and these 2 arms, which you won't see eventually because there's a cowling going here, but they will take the oil cooler for the radiator, I am thinking. In the front we have new discs, and as soon as they arrive we will have new calipers. So the braking will be quite exciting. This side is pretty unchanged. Just of course the fact we've got the artillery wheels. While the artillery wheels were being sorted, we also had new brakes, wheel bearings, seals, etc. So the back axle is ready to rock and roll. Petrol tank is sitting there, that's where it's going to be, and down here somewhere, oh no, behind me, we have the fixings. That's a new windscreen for the car that got burned, because that poor thing needs a lot of work now. And there we are, we have more headlights here, but I didn't like the style of those, so they might go on eBay. Jolly good headlights, but not quite the right size and style. The 100s, or the Ryan lights as they're called, those ones over there, they got burnt, which is the ones I really wanted to use, and I might change them over in the future These Ryan lights are American. They're stainless, not chrome. And they've got the fleur-de-lis pattern in the back. They were used on either expensive cars and also fire trucks and some specials back in the late 20s. See here, there's a fitting to take the cable going in. And exciting, for all those years ago, they had the side light bulb built in, which of course happened much later in the 50s and 60s with other vehicles. So these people were quite advanced. And interestingly, the chappie that invented them went on to do the wiring and the design and the wiring and the lighting for New York's outside lights. So if the government wanted some building lit up, that was the bloke. And interestingly enough, the lenses here were not flat. They actually stuck up about an inch and went across. And that was also shaped. And the reason for this is, of course, back in the day when we didn't have cat's eyes and white lines and what have you and street lighting, the raised portion on the side allowed light to spill out and illuminate people walking. So the equivalent of this piece here was actually glass, and the light would come out onto the pavements, or sidewalks as the Americans say. Well, that's about it. You can, if I stand here, you can probably see where I'm going with the shape of this and the design, etc. This chassis is very robust, but you won't be seeing this eventually, because there'll be a cowl going round there, number plate, horns, all the usual things you expect on a vintage car. Right, I'll disappear, put this video on YouTube, and go put the kettle on as I always do. Okay, catch you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.